Welcome to the shortest pre-watch video you would have ever experienced. I'm even not sure whether I'll be able to clock 2 minutes in this because the topic is so simple. None other than direct method of CFO. People, why CFO is the hero of the show called as cash flow statement is understood easily because operational aspects have always drawn greater attention from the stakeholders. And out of CFO, CFI, and CFF, even the number of transactions are going to be much less under financing. How many times would you go and raise capital? How many times would you repay? Even interest is paid quarterly. So you can imagine there are only a handful of transactions under financing. Also under investing, where how many times will you buy a machinery? Very few. So therefore, the operational aspect really acquired the lion's share in the overall scheme of things. That's precisely the reason why CFO needs a little more detail. And that's also, I would imagine, I don't know what, because I have to go back sitting in the time machine, why people came out with two methods of making the same CFO. So I'm going to arrive at the same figure of cash flow from operations, but I have two methods to do that. The first method that we're going to talk about in this video is the direct method. Direct method is actually no method, honestly. When it was taught to me as a student, I was like, where is the rule? There is no rule for me to understand. This is absolutely common sense. I mean, how do I take an attendance? Here is a list of the students, and I'm going to just pick up student number 1 to student number 100, and I'm going to just allocate each student to a room that they want to go. So let's say, imagine I have a paper with 100 cash transactions written. I'm going to read all those 100. There are 3 rooms: operating, investing, and financing, in which these hundreds have to be divided. And as and when I'm going to read it, I will be continue to do that simple classification. That's what a direct method of making CFO is. And you're guessing it right. Even CFF and CFI is made by the direct method because it's not a method, it's a common sense. So imagine if I give you a laundry list of cash transactions, would it be very difficult to classify operating, investing, and financing? No, because you've put in that kind of hard work at the beginning of this course. The only thing that is left, of course, if you think that's big, is to subtotal the 3 categories. So net CFO, net CFI, net CFF. I don't think that's really, a method per se. So therefore, people, I'm done with this very small video on direct method. I don't give you any rule. I'm just going to ask you to play commonsensical. If ever you have to make a statement with the direct method, just a word of caution here. When I'm again saying direct method, I am meaning only CFO, because for investing and financing, there are no 2 methods. There's only one single method, which is the direct method. It's the operational cash flow, which could be made by 2 different methods. Okay, so the debate of whether indirect is good or direct is good is only applicable in context of CFO. Bichara CFI and CFF. Why bichara? I mean, they're also equally a dude. They are made only with a commonsensical method. All right. So thank you very much. I don't know if I've been able to give you something that you didn't know already, but that's what it is. Okay. Thanks very much. I'm going to see you very soon with the with the video on the indirect method. That's where it's like a big boy stuff. See you very soon.